Mr. Hisham Hamza, who is also a radio announcer from Lite. All right. So if you guys are, driving home from work, if you are going to work, right, at 4 to 8 o'clock on the weekdays, you will actually hear his sexy voice on Lite. All right. So, being on radio, you always only listen, right? You cannot see the face. But today you are in luck because you guys can put a face to that name here. All right. Let's give it up for Hisham or Sham, otherwise known as Sham.
Hey. Hi. Hi. What's up, Alex? How are you?
I'm good, brother. So,
all right.
It's 12 noon. And are you getting ready to go to work?
After we do this, I'm going to shower, get ready, and then prep for the show in the evening. And then I'll go to work.
I see. Now, for those who just tuned in and don't know who is Hisham Hamza, can you give a quick introduction about yourself, bro?
Sure. So my full name is Hisham Hamza. In short, people just call me Sham. Some friends have called me Big Sham and basically Sham or Big Sham lah. But I'm a radio announcer for Lite Radio. I go on air for the Lite Drive segment, which is from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, and then on Saturdays it's 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Lite weekends. So that's what I do, and I'm also a heart attack survivor. So in 2017, I had a heart attack, and at the age of 34, what's scary is people in their 30s are getting heart attack. It's starting to become a norm, so that's worrying.
Okay, wait. So how old are you again?
Now 37.
Now you are 37, and you had a heart attack at 34.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, are you living an unhealthy lifestyle that you get this, or is it hereditary or anything like that?
So it's a bit of both. So when I had pre-heart attack, so I had, I only found out later that yes, my high cholesterol issues are hereditary. So meaning I took it after my family. And at the same time, I didn't have a healthy lifestyle. I slept late, woke up early. So we're talking about 3-4 hours of sleep every day, which is not enough. And then I wasn't watching my diet. I would have whatever I wanted. So that's where I was coming from.
Wow. Okay. At 34, that's going to be scary with yourself, for yourself, and also your young family. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, the whole thing, definitely very, very scary. So, the whole heart attack happened on a Sunday afternoon. I was buying lunch to tapao to bring it home at a nearby restaurant that was 3 minutes away. While waiting for the food, that's when it happened. I felt chest pain in the middle part of my chest. It was like something poking, right? So I had that, and I straight away called my wife and said, I think there's something wrong with me. You need to take me to the hospital. So I drove back to my place, waited at my car park at the condo, and my wife came down and rushed me to the hospital. And it was true enough, it was a heart attack. And they straight away did an angioplasty. So now I have a stent in one of the arteries in my heart right now. So that's how it all began.
Wow. Okay. So let's fast forward. Here, right? So who actually introduced you to BE International and our products?
It was a friend who I've worked with in radio. She's a fellow TV presenter as well and a fellow MC. I've MC with her. Her name's Azura Zainal. I think people will remember her as the Disney girl, Disney TV host.
Yeah.
Until today, she's in her 4 series already, or just hitting 4-0. I just said her age. Oh, but she still looks like that girl from Disney, she still looks great. So Azura messaged me about, she wanted to share with me something that could benefit us and the family. And she asked me about how my heart attack was. I said, okay, let's listen to this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's how it all started.
Wow, okay. So, can you share with everyone else here, right? Why do you choose to join BE International?
At first, I didn't want to do the business. I told you, and then I told Azura that I think my wife is going to do the business because she's a homemaker. She's got a lot of time. Yeah, she's going to do all that. And I'm just going to be a user, of the products. But then after a while, since I'm already using and I can speak. And when my wife talked about it, let's do this together. And I said, okay, so let's do it together. So the reason why I did it was because, of course, we won. I'm still getting paid at radio. At the same time, I don't know how long that's going to last. That's one thing. The other thing is also, what if I want more? And what I saw in BE was, especially my personal favorite about BE International, is how you can go global. This guy who husband and wife, someone in Indonesia, or someone in other countries, you can do your business with them. So that's what I like about it, where it makes me a somewhat pioneer in expanding my business with BE. So that's my main reason why I love this business so much. And currently, Alex, so we've got 2 international businesses now. We're making headway. One is in Kuwait and one is in Indonesia.
That's good, bro. No, wait. You know what? I just want to backtrack here a little bit, right? The reason I think you shared with me right before this live interview is like, when you had a heart attack, you had a scare because you are actually the sole breadwinner for your family. Right. So that is what worried you. And then being a radio announcer with Lite and all, you also shared with me that you are actually on a contract, but not like a permanent staff. Is that correct?
Yeah. So after the whole heart attack happened, in a way, I just got that job with radio again. I was at a different radio station before years ago and did something else, and then I came back to radio and on Lite now. So there was my when I had that heart attack, I was worried about the future of my family. So that's another thing that I was worried about, because we were also transitioning on becoming a family where I'll be the sole income provider. Right, so that my wife can focus on my son. And when I had that heart attack, upon discharge, the doctor, the cardiologist, gave me 1 month medical leave. So I shouldn't be working for a whole month. But instead, I decided to just take 2 weeks off and I come back to work. Now, reason being is, most people say, hey, you get 1 month, just go off, man. It's like, why aren't you using your leave to the fullest? Well, just because I took 2 weeks because I was worried about what my superiors, my bosses would think of me now that I have a critical illness. I've got a condition called heart disease, because I've heard of so many people with critical illness, eventually they lose their job. So I was worried about that. And to show to my bosses that I'm still fit, I'm still okay, I can still do my work, I only took 2 weeks off. And it's all because I was worried about, the future of my family, my son, my wife, who's not working anymore. They have to depend on me. So that's what worried me at first, lah. So I decided to just take 2 weeks off, and then I started work. So yeah, so those and the thing about my job is I'm on contract, so it's either 1 year or 2 years. So when any business goes on contract, any services that goes on contract with any company, that means there is a risk of, if they don't want to renew the contract, then it is entirely up to them. There's nothing we can do about it. So, but to me, it's not just about people with heart attack or critical illness that has to worry about in terms of, their future when it comes to their jobs. It's also, you look at the past 1 year, Alex, we've gone through COVID, we've gone through a pandemic, MCO, people work from home, hotels closing down, that's crazy, planes grounded, no business, an airline company getting into food delivery as well now. Businesses have financial problems, businesses have closed. That also leads to people getting their pays cut. Also people losing their jobs at the same time. And you see bits and pieces of people trying to survive by looking into themselves in what they can do. Home bakers, they start to do e-hailing, delivery. So it is not just people with conditions that has to worry about their jobs. I think a lot of people are worried. When it comes to job security these days, nothing is foolproof. nothing. Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm doing this business. So for now, it's become a what do you call, not say a part-time. We're looking at the income that I just got last month. It's not part-time, you know, but I'm doing it while I'm doing radio, and it's all about me managing my time, and that's how I feel about this business, and I'm loving it.
That's great. So share with everybody listening in. We have a lot of people, over 30 people that's actually tuning into this live here. So what do you actually gain from this business, or be it international, be it product-wise, or even the business, you know, what do you gain from it?
Okay, so yeah, product-wise, since I'm a heart patient, so I'm when I was introduced to BE products, I was more interested to know about BFeel. BFeel is called 360 Heart Health Solution. So I looked into what it has and what are the components in BFeel and what it has and what it's supposed to do. And I even checked with my cardiologist. So there is one ingredient in BFeel called L-arginine. So that L-arginine converts, it is being converted in your body, it's being converted to nitric oxide. So now I'm going, what on earth is nitric oxide? So I sent a quick message to my cardiologist, saying, well, what is nitric oxide? And he responded by saying, it does a lot of amazing things for your heart, like vasodilating your arteries, your heart, and relaxes heart muscles and all. Very good for people who have reduced heart function. So because I did an angioplasty, so I'm categorized as a person who has reduced heart function. All right. Okay. So yeah, so I got into BFeel, and then my wife also said, try the pants. Also, it's for Alora pants, right? Because it's good for blood circulation. And I guess when I read further about blood circulation, it also explained about how when your heart pumps blood into the rest of your body, it has the help of gravity. But when it goes up, it needs a bit more work, especially the leg muscles. They need to contract to push it up. So the pants help me with that. And I thought, if I'm going to take BFeel and I use the Laura pants, I think it's going to be a good combination. And it has proven to be so, especially because when I work out, I feel like I think I've improved my endurance. And at the same time, when you work out, you do a heavy lifting or squats and things like that. So certain exercises, or any kind of exercises, or people who haven't exercised for a long time suddenly get into it, they are definitely going to get muscle aches all over. It's going to last for 2-3 days. People who exercise a lot, they know this. But when I put on the pants after exercise, no pain, which only tells me this is a good pants. And it also tells me you can push your limit a little bit more.
So I understand this. Before you actually try any of your products, I understand that your mom is also in the medicine field.
Yeah, she's she's was an oral pathologist, now a dean of a private university in dentistry.
I see. So before you actually try any of these products, actually you spoke with your mom to seek her advice and all, right? So can you tell us, what did she tell you?
Well, she's more keen on, she said, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. You have to look at it this way. It is supplement. Don't ever get it wrong. Between supplements and medicine, it's two different things. And she told me to be careful of that. And definitely to try the pants and go ahead and try it, since it's just supplement and it's botanical. It's all the ingredients are botanical based, plant based. So exactly. Yeah, go ahead and try it. Yeah, exactly. So that's what she said. Yeah.
Exactly. So you went ahead and gave it a try, and guess what? You feel that you are healthier. You know, you can push yourself more. You know, your endurance is increased. And coming from the business side, right? Like what you say, I'm just repeating your words, bro. The income you got last month is not a part-time income, right?
Yeah, we were
Sorry,
it's amazing, Alex. Yeah, it's amazing. Basically, so we joined as a member towards the end of December 2020. And then in January, we started to share with our friends about it by inviting them for, you know, a sharing session. And then at the end of January, we got our income. Sorry, we would get our income at the start of February. End of January. That's start of Feb, right? End of January, start of Feb. So we got our income. And when we saw it, it was like, oh my gosh, it's almost reaching, it's almost reaching my radio announcer income. Wow. So that's the first month. That's what I experienced, and I thought, yay, this is great. And the experience, Yeah.
Yes.
And the experience doing that is after being a user, you feel the difference. It makes it easier to share with others. And all I'm sharing is just, look, man, all I'm sharing is just asking them, inviting them to a Zoom sharing session where I feel like they feel like it's just a Zoom sharing session where I'm just sitting on my sofa, I turn on my computer, click the link and listening. And the products will speak for itself. I don't tell them, hey, you want to buy it, you want to buy it, you want to buy it. I don't do all that. When we share about what the technology it involves and the supplements being clinically proven, then they decide for themselves if they want to buy. And a lot of them want to be members. Want to use the products from BE. So exactly. yeah. So that's how we've been doing it.
So basically, you earn your first month income from BE, which is close to your radio income, all at the comfort of your own home through Zoom. Is that right?
That's right. So come to think of it, yes. And you see, I'm not stressing over who do I call, make appointments to go meet at a cafe to present or to share about what I do and what we have. All I'm doing, I'm coming back. I finished work at 8 and I'm coming back here at 9 o'clock. We've got our sharing sessions. And I'm turning on computer. Those I've invited, they're also turning it on. And people do not have to worry about, I've got to get ready, put makeup on. And, they just turn on their laptops or just on their phone while they're chilling out. And it's just doing an extra thing from their day-to-day. Example, like, if they're sitting at the sofa at night, right before bed, they're just looking at Facebook, they're just looking at videos. So this is just adding one more video, which is the sharing session. Yeah. So it's done from the comfort of my home. And that's one more thing that I like about the business. It's, what's the word that we can say? MCO proof. I'm going to use that word first, MCO proof. The fact that we can do this online. I mean, that's how I managed to make headway to Kuwait and Indonesia, because all I did was, hey, I've got this thing, I want to share it with you. Can you join the Zoom link? And they did. And I shared and they said yes. And now we're in there. So we've got one leg in international markets. Yes. So that's what, at the comfort of my home. So it's great.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So you know what? Instead of people, when we do our Zoom sharing session, it's at 9 p.m., right? So contact us for the dates and the link, guys, if you're listening here. And instead of just watching your drama episodes and all this stuff, you know what? Spend your 1 hour with us. It might just be able to change your life. For anyone that's watching this video, you can contact Sham or even contact me. We will give you more information on the Zoom thing. You know what? It might just change your life. 1 hour, just 1 hour. That's it, right? Now, so Sham, before we end this session, because it's about 20 minutes already, we want to end this session quick. What is your word of encouragement to anyone that have not have an interaction with BE International or products? What is your word of encouragement?
Oh, listen, just PM me. If you know Alex, PM Alex. You see what we do, we're not selling anything. Seriously, we always come up with a disclaimer. Look, keep your credit cards, keep your cash. We don't want you to buy anything you don't want, but we want you to be informed before you make a decision. You see, sometimes a decision is being made without being informed. You know, it might be a bad decision, but if you're informed about it, then you'll be able to make more accurate, better decisions. That's all we want you to do. Before you make any decisions, before saying yes, before you say no, be informed first. And that's what we're here for, to inform you, to share with you. That's all I got to say.
Thank you very much for your time, Sham, and your stories and all. I think a lot of people will be impacted, and also a lot of people will actually be motivated by whatever you said just now, right? So for everybody, thank you for tuning in for our daily Facebook live session. You see, Sham is wearing the Alora tops as well, right? Now, don't forget, tomorrow we will have another session. You will not want to miss it. It's also a very amazing story. So I will post something on my Facebook to preempt you on the time, because we have yet to set the time with my guest. Okay, so that is it for today's Facebook Live. And thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Sham.
No worries. Thank you.